is a trade that I took later in the day. This was a PM session, coming into that 130 that macro, so a little bit right before the PM session, but definitely PM session. And I sped the video up because I mean it's gonna take forever. It's literally 2 times right now, 2x speed. And like I said, this since I took this trade on the personal account because we already took a dub this morning with on the funded accounts. So kind of didn't want to get back profits, so I took a trade on the personal account. And yeah, we're gonna see a lot of walkthrough and all that good stuff. This was me getting in at this inversion fair value gap. To me, this is A plus trade because we have an internal liquidity right here and external liquidity or external draw, which is this new week opening gap. That yellow bar right there is new week opening gap. So like I said, we're aiming it. You can see ES over here. We're shooting up higher. I see this as we took out this, ran out these sell side liquidity, market shit back up, coming back in, and I'm looking for this draw liquidity and S for go higher. Obviously, taking this idea, same idea, going for ES or NAS, and just waiting for the follow suit. So again, I'm just waiting for us to kind of buying inside here. This order block right here should give us some like we stabbed that in there. That's cool. That's great. Along with staying in this version for value gap, we're giving it a little more breathing room just in case we want to take this low out. But ideally, we stay in this upper half, and you can see how look at the buy is closing. Majority of the buy is closing above consequent encouragement of this 1 minute fair value gap or 2 minute fair value gap. Excuse me. So just kind of waiting for the trade to play out. Kind of giving some breathing room until we get above these highs, making this a proportion block. I cannot move this stop. Like I'm gonna move it just a little bit, but I'm not gonna move it like until on this low until we confirm this is a proportion block, which we hopefully we do in a little bit, which is this order block. Then we make this another order block, which would be becoming a proportion block. I was me just checking different time frames and all that good stuff, trying to see like, okay, what could we be doing? I'm assuming we're waiting for the macro and all that good stuff. You can see ES, we're kind of making these highs, going up a little higher. Definitely want to start seeing some continuation to the upside because we took this sell side liquidity and just waiting for us to go up higher. That's all we're doing. Like I said, this trade I had to speed up, y'all. This trade was going to take forever, and I had to speed up because of I just feel like us sitting here for 30 minutes in real time is going to be taking too long. So I'd rather do a voiceover and pretty much talk about the same thing that I was going over in my mind and talking about. So that was me moving that stop. Like I told you, I need a buy closure above this, forming this, making this become a proportion block, or a block inside of the order block, which is your proportion block. Now that we confirmed that there was your proportion block, now stops move up below this order block. So now I know I got 3 different things. I got 3 different P arrays: proportion block, order block, and this inversion fair value gap. So the trade comes back down above all that, below all that. That means we probably gonna go lower, and I don't want to be in the trade anymore, anyways. Marking that buy side. What I do for buy side is I usually aim for rejection blocks. So even inside internal liquidity, I usually aim for some type of rejection block. So that's me pointing to this that old resting rejection block inside that area right there. So that's why that buy side looks like that. As we continue to go on there, I'm just putting that stop loss a little bit above what's it called, a main threshold of the order block, so 50%. So I put it right below 50% of the order block. You can see this order block right here. That's what I'm talking about. I'm finna start marking stuff out in a little bit, but yeah, right now my eyes is kind of looking at ES as well. I see that we've already taken those highs, and now I'm kind of looking at like, do we form an S&T or is NAS going to go ahead and catch up to NAS, catch up to ES? So I'm kind of taking that. That's what I'm viewing at this point right now. So you can see us, you can see us coming back above the proportion block, and then we're going for buy side in this case still, and you can see us coming back to that 1 minute fair value gap to literally on the T touch that order block or that proportion block, excuse me, and then we had instant feedback, and that's what you want to see. I want to see us go just a little bit higher for me to put that break even. But right now I'm seeing ES go like shoot extremely up, and so I'm trying to see, okay, is NAS going to follow suit? So just kind of chilling right now. I'm like, all right, it's not taking forever, but it's all good. Nothing has told me to take the trade off. You know what I'm saying? This is me saying, all right, bet it's an order block. It's an order block. Trying to see that. See this continuation. Want to see these PD rates hold, and if I see them fail, then that's what I'm telling you. I'm putting it either at break even or take that that loss, or stop out. And I was able to cut costs all the way through. Because right now the trade is looking like what 1 to 3-ish, 1 to 2-ish at this point, because I was able to move stops. I'm going to take a partial, and the reason I'm taking a partial right there is because we out of the SMT, right? I'm assuming we either gonna follow suit, and that'll be a form of SMT. But if it's not, then I'm just going to continue to hold the trade until it doesn't hold SMT. But I want to make sure I was able to pay the trader and all that good stuff. Yeah, I want to make sure I can pay the trader, and then make sure that all right, this makes sense to do a partial, because if we come all the way down, I'm definitely putting the break even at that high. That's happening for sure. So then right there, you can see we actually tapped into another order block. I think right now I'm just looking at ES, but you can see it's tapping back into the order block. So there we go to the partial right there. Now, like I said, putting in a break even, and that's me personally. I'm going for the rejection block as buy side, and then now I'm waiting for another going for another rejection block inside that new week opening gap. I'm not waiting for it to hit all the way new week opening gap. I like to take partials. I'm gonna talk about this in another video. I like to take partials, break evens, do something when you take internal. I'm not trying to get external. All of that is or I leave runners for external. But other than that, I'm just let that thing run. I'm going for base hits, which is the internal. For me, base hits is internal. Kind of just waiting for it to go above. See if we stab back into that fair value gap. I'm looking at ES majority right now. Again, I want to see us get to that midnight. That's the next target for ES. Then after midnight, it'd be external, but I'm not hoping for it to get external. I just want to see if ES or NAS can just follow suit on the internal range. So that means just kind of putting in a little bit above. Just kind of stopping out. If I do get stopped out, then it's like, okay, cool. I know it's not going to be a break even, or a little above break even. There we go, moving up there. And at that point, I'm like, all right, cool. We should either take profit or it's going to come back, which is cool. In that case, we was able to take the high and then got the trade up. So that was literally that trade. Again, you see the execution and all the good stuff and trades for end. But yeah, that was it. Like, that's literally it. And I want to talk about how this was a A+ setup. Internal liquidity, also had external, which was new week opening gap. Getting in this, showing the trade showing that the idea of this trade is kind of playing out, and then I'm waiting for it to to continue going up in the direction of the pool liquidity. Again, I don't want to bore everybody down because it was a long video. This was a 30-minute, 25-minute video, shortened down in about 10 minutes. So we 2 times it. But yeah, that was basically that trade. And yeah, as I said, to this on the personal account. And like I said, this is a London, and this agent session, PM session. So definitely a different good trade, straight trade. And yeah, so we're just gonna keep on pushing through with this content, pushing through. Like I said, any questions, definitely feel free to ask. All the good stuff. I want to help as much as I can, but definitely trying to get better in the reps and consistently taking these same type of trades. That's the biggest thing. I don't care about the money. I don't care about if it's a personal account. I don't care about if it's a profit account. I could care less. It's more about taking the same type of trades, because I know the money amount is going to be more if it was a personal account. I know it could be more if it was on the funding accounts this time. You know what I mean? What, vice versa. Is all irrelevant. Is more relevant. What trades are you taking more than the money amount? That's why I could care less about how much money this was worth, and just want to continue to get proved better and having the discipline of taking the subs I know I need to be taking. that I know I need to be taking. And this was one of those trades I know I'd be taking. So I was able to record this one. So yeah, hope this video helped. And like I say, any questions, definitely jump in Discord, ask me questions and all the good stuff. But yeah, there's 2 dubs in the day, and just like I said, wait for the next day. I was, just waiting for the next day, and be back to it. All right, y'all.